Hello Dylan, so it was a heartbreaking loss today for G2. Uh, Might be silly, but I still want to know how do you personally feel right now?
I think we're all devastated, actually. I think we had such high hopes and expectations going into this tournament, and this just feels like far too early. And I think we're not proud of our gameplay, and we're not proud of what happened in the last few days for sure. So I would say very, very devastated.
I guess you didn't have time yet to talk with your player, but what kind of message are you going to share with them?
Uh, mm, I think that despite the results, I think we're still a very strong team. I think we still had a very good year. We won a lot of trophies. Sorry. We won a lot of trophies back in Europe, and this just wasn't our tournament. And we struggled a lot in the last week, right? And I think that doesn't take away our skill. It doesn't take away our year, and it's just it's disappointing for us all.
So I can see your emotion right now, and I guess the moment is not very nice to live. But even in situation, do you still see some positive elements to build on for next year?
There's always positives to build on. I think we were actually we took 3 games from LPL and LCK teams in this stage. I think that's more than any other Western team did. That is something we did manage to do for sure. But at least in the short term, it'll be hard to take too many positive things because of kind of how devastating the loss is. So.
I did interview many G2 players, and they have very high ambitions. So do you have any explanations, like what happened? Is it because of the stress, because of the condition, because of the draw?
Yeah, I don't want to comment on our condition too much. It definitely wasn't the greatest going these last couple of days, but I think we also didn't play or prepare as good as we could have.
And what about the last games against BLG? What was the mindset? Did you consider this morning when you wake up that you were favorite against BLG?
I thought it would be close. We played them at MSI, it was very close. We scrimmed them a lot, and we were usually winning, but it was close. And then I think today was also very close, so I'm not sure if I would consider us the favorites. But we definitely felt like it was well within reach, and as you saw from the games today, we took the game, right? It was.
I know the game just finished, and you might not have time to analyze it, but right now in your positions, do you have any explanation about the gameplay, about the draft, what happened?
I think just 2 games were won through early game, right? They just had pressure and we're just winning through the entire game. I guess we weren't able to create draft answers in the third game. I think the third game was a complete thriller. The opening, I think, could have mega snowballed in the other direction, but a few key plays went the wrong way, so it was hard.
In 2 days against BLG, one matchup seems pretty hard, and it was kind of obvious because Bean is such a good player. So, did you have any specific plans to counter him?
Yeah, we had Poppy versus Jax prepared, and we played that in the first game. And then for the other games, I believe it was just Renekton matchups. So we knew what he was going to play, and we prepared matchups to try and counter that. Yeah.
And during this matchup, BB seems to have suffered a lot. So, do you have any message for him? I guess to make him less sad and maybe not too hard on himself.
Yeah, I think BB was a huge leader this year, and he played very well. Even in our victories earlier in this stage, I think he played very well in all the championships we won. And today was a rough day for him. There was also certain aspects in the game, like for example, in the third game, he's in our jungle and he has a Bullet's TP level 1, right? Those can really affect the way a game looks from the outside. So.
And what is going to be the program for you? There is 2 months without any competition, so are you going to take some rest, or you are going to prepare right away for the next season?
At G2, we put in a lot of effort, and we put in a lot of effort in the off season as well. So I think we'll maybe have a small break, but we'll be mostly just preparing for next year.
Preparing for next season, so you will be able to evaluate your 2023 years. And for you, how do you evaluate it? Like, if it was a good year because you still won many titles?
We won 3 championships in Europe and then MSI and Worlds. I think we both made a earlier exit than we'd like to. I don't personally consider the year a huge success. I'm proud of the tournaments we did win, but my personal ambitions are higher, and I'll have to reflect on that.
For 2 years in a row now, G2 did not make it to the quarterfinals. So what is the piece missing in your opinion?
I'm not sure what the piece missing is. I really thought we had it this year, but we'll be reviewing that looking into next year.
Among the communities, fans are starting to get worried about the level of Europe because we don't have any team in the top 8. So do you have any take on that?
I think at least skill-wise, our team was very strong this year. I think we're one of the stronger teams at the tournament. I think there are some worlds where we could have made a deeper run, but we didn't. I feel confident that Europe has a lot of talent, a lot of good players, and a lot of good teams. I think even Fnatic showed a good fight today, so I feel like this was a poor result, but I don't think it speaks fully about the region.
Looking back at your whole journey in Korea, do you see any regret that you have?
I think I have regrets for all the series we lost, right? There you can always look back and think of drafts, think of preparation, think of the approach strategically to the series. I think there's always something that you can do. So for sure, I have a lot of regrets, right? We lost yesterday as well to Energy. I think that's a set we were probably favored in. I think everyone thought we were, and yeah, for sure.
As a conclusion, Dylan, do you have any last message for the fans?
I just wanted to thank G2 fans for all the support. We truly did believe we could make a deep run. This is not something we say, Like we actually felt we were very strong, and we're all just as devastated as you guys, maybe even more. And I think the boys fought their heart out today against BLG, and we took a game and had some close games, but unfortunately it wasn't enough.